What is up, YouTube? We're back with another YouTube video, and we're here with a Master Lost Sector guide for the APHELION'S Rest Master Lost Sector. And I'm just going to jump straight into it. The build that we're rocking with is Void, even though there's like a Stasis Burn. But feel free to comment down below too if you know exactly what the Stasis Burn does. Or because it says plus 50% Stasis effectiveness. So I'm assuming Stasis abilities and Super might have a little more extra effectiveness, whatever that means. It doesn't mean damage apparently, but if you can, feel free to let me know down in the comments. I tried looking it up online and stuff, but it doesn't really give me like a concrete answer. But as far as I can tell, weapon damage, so if you're using heavies and stuff, it doesn't really affect that. I think it's more so abilities and stuff. But regardless, I'm going to be using Void subclass for this. So I'm running Shadow Shot, Mobius Quiver, Marksman Dodge, Triple Jump, Snare Bomb, Vortex Grenade, and we're running Vanishing Step and Stylus Executioner. And for my fragments, I'm running Echo of Expulsion, Echo of Remnants, Echo of Reprisal, and Echo of Undermining. And for my kinetic weapon, no surprise here, we're running Wither Horde, and this is for Unstoppable Grenade Launcher, as well as Weaken Clear is what we're going to be taking advantage of when it comes to Grenade Launcher. So I'm running Wither Horde. And on my secondary slot, I'm running an age-old bond. Now, I know, for whatever reason, Void auto rifles are kind of rare in the game. I looked in my vault, and this is the only one that I have. So, I'm using this for Overload Auto / SMG, so I can stun Overload champions with my auto rifle. Taking advantage of the Gerfalcons that we have on for my exotic, because of Void weapons will give you volatile rounds after being invisible and stuff like that. So that's why I'm using a Void weapon. If you don't have an age-old bond, you can definitely use a funnel web or an SMG or any other Void auto rifle that there is. As long as it's an SMG or an auto rifle, you should be fine. I recommend the auto rifle just because you can stun from farther range, because it's an auto rifle. With SMGs, it's kind of hard if an overload champion, because the ones you have here are the snipers, the Taken Sniper Overload champions, so they're going to be at a distance way back. And if you're using an auto rifle, you can at least hit some of the shots easier to stun. But if you're using a funnel web, shooting from them at range isn't going to be the most ideal thing to do. You're going to want to like get mid-range or even up close to stun. So that's why I recommend an auto rifle. But again, if you don't have one, you can use a funnel web. But I'm just running this, and again, we're going to take advantage of volatile rounds and stuff like that. And I'm using a Taipan just because linear fusion rifles, you know, while they're the meta for now, I might as well take advantage of it. And I'm using it with Triple Tap and Focused Fury enhanced perks. This is pretty much like the god roll for solo players and stuff like that. So that's pretty useful. And in terms of armor, I just have Harmonic Siphon, Kinetic Siphon. You know, if you've seen other videos, you know the deal by now. But Harmonic Siphon and Kinetic Siphon, for those of you that don't know, are going to allow me to generate orbs with whichever weapon, with multi-kills and stuff, or rapid kills. And that will allow me to get my super faster, while also using other mods to cool down my abilities and stuff. Elemental Armaments is going to allow combatant final blows with a weapon matching my damage type, or my subclass, to have an escalating chance to spawn an elemental well. So we're just using that solely for the auto rifle here, because this is going to be like my main ad clear weapon. So the Void auto rifle, I'm going to be getting kills with it, and each kill is going to give me an escalating chance to drop a elemental well. And then what we're going to do is pair that with elemental charge, so when we pick up an elemental well, it's going to give me charge with light. And like I said earlier, I'm rocking Unstoppable Grenade Launcher and Overload Auto / SMG to stun champions. Now my exotic chest armor is Gerfalcons, and this is Concussive Dampener, Sniper Damage Resistance, and High Energy Fire. And this is just going to give me some bonus weapon damage while being charged with light, so when we pick up a well, we'll have bonus damage. And Invigoration and Absolution on my legs, and this is going to reduce melee cooldowns and reduce all ability cooldowns each time we pick up Orbs of Power. So remember, we're generating a bunch of orbs. We're going to go pick them up for our super, and also to cool down abilities if we're using them and we want to cool down them faster. That's the play. Elemental Ordnance, just so we can have a Void well whenever we need it, instead of randomly just trying to get lucky and get one based off of auto rifle kills. If we need one, we can just use it to get a nade kill and always have one to spawn. then we can clear. So when you stun a champion or the boss, or when you hit them with a grenade launcher, it's going to weaken them, and that's going to make them more vulnerable to damage. And then that's when we're going to switch over to the Taipan, and we're going to do damage. This is mainly, to be honest, for the champions, because of the overload champions. You stun them, then shoot them with Wither Horde, switch to Taipan, and do some damage. For unstoppable champions, I mainly just use Wither Horde. I don't waste heavy on them, especially in this Lost Sector. I don't use Taipan on unstoppables. I just let them push me and just spam them with Wither Horde, and you should be fine. Font of Might, and this is so when we are picking up wells, we're going to be taking all the previous damage buffs, but we're also going to get a temporary bonus to weapon damage of that same elemental type. So that's what that's there for. And that's going to do it for the setup. Now we're going to cut over to the modifiers. So our modifiers are Champions Mob. This mode contains additional champions, limited fire team revives. You will not be able to change your equipment once the activity starts. Enemy shields are highly resistant to all unmatched elemental damage. You will face overload and unstoppable champions. Epitaph, taking combatants generate blight geysers when defeated. A stasis burn plus 50% stasis effectiveness. And regeneration is greatly impaired. Defeating enemies may create wells of light. So attrition is back. Why, I don't know. And you will face combatants with void shields. So if completed solo, exotic head armor is common and enhancement cores are uncommon. Recommended power is 1610. So we're going to start this up. And yeah, this, again, attrition on master difficulty is just annoying. So I highly recommend, if you're doing this, just do it for the triumph if you need that, or if you care about that. If not, just run legend difficulty ones, because it's way easier to speedrun and stuff like that. But yeah, this first room just going to be a bunch of ads, so get ready for that. You can see them right there. And after you kill them, they're going to just respawn in the same spot. I'm going to just try to throw a Wither Horde shot down. You just try to get a well, maybe not. And just shoot a shot there. And you can see, boom. We actually got some heavy to drop, which is fire. You can see an unstoppable champion there. Now, what I recommend for the unstoppables is just using your grenade launcher if you're using the same setup as me, because we're going to try to save the heavy for the overload champions, because the taken ones are actually very annoying. And the way they set it up is where they have those two overload champions on the kind of, I don't know, I'm going to call it a hill, even though it's not really a hill. We'll see it once we get a little further past this. But I'm just going to save my heavy for them. And then I'm just going to keep doing this to the unstoppable. You can see you can take cover if you want, but eventually it's going to stun it. And again, we're generating special ammo. We don't really have to worry too much about whether or not we're going to have special ammo, because it's going to be around the room anyway. And if anything, if you miss a couple shots, you can see there's bricks on the ground, or if, you know, hopefully you kill the champion before you start running out of ammo, but then you can just get like a few ad kills go invisible, where Falcons come back, and then, you know, keep going back and forth. But this part's pretty annoying too, because the AI are actually going to start spawning more Thrall. So I'm just going to try to take my time with this. Try not to rush too much, because then you'll get swarmed by all these Thrall. Those void shields do have that stasis effect damage thing, so watch out for that. Okay, I'm going to just try to take out the little taken ads. These are, yeah, you can see they're just spawning more right in front of me, so I'm just throwing a nade right there. I stun that champion and just keep spamming him. And just watch out for the overload champions that are on like this top rock platform. I'm not gonna lie, those snipes, they hurt. And attrition does not let you get health back because of the modifier, so keep that in mind. Or at least not as fast as you normally would. Let me wait a little bit. I don't think the champion might have walked away, to be honest. Got that. This guy's gonna probably spawn, yep. So we got rid of all of those enemies. Now what I recommend is try to just do this one by one if you can. Try to get like a little shot like that, and just go for crits. just like that. I'm gonna dodge now, pick up a well. And you could tether this last one, to be honest, but I'm gonna just try to hit it with a wombo combo of sorts. Just like that, with Wither Horde, get weaken clear to proc. Then just do some heavy shots, do a finisher, and boom. Those are the two most annoying champions you're gonna deal with here. And this little, I don't even know what to call this. This whole room right here is just probably the most annoying part. The boss room isn't that annoying in my opinion, at least like the part we just did. And yeah, you have two more overload snipers in the back. So we're just gonna kill everything else and then worry about the overload snipers. It's kind of just like the game plan I always have. Let's do this. And you can see they just keep spawning other ones, so just try to get those group kills. Volatile rounds help with that. And here's those void shields. And again, try to play it a little passive. You don't have to push a bunch of ads, especially on Master with attrition, because that's where the game is going to try to mess you up, and that's where you end up taking unnecessary damage. You see that? Yeah, that was messing up my shot. Great, and I have to reload, so now I'm just fumbling. I'm gonna try to stun. There we go. Wither Horde might get the kill, but now he's behind that little head glitch thing. Alright, Wither Horde got me the kill. Do that. We got more ads spawning behind, so I'm gonna back up real quick, just so I don't die. Gonna wait a little bit. I think that might be an unstoppable champion, unless I'm wrong. I'm not 100% sure. Oh yeah, it is an unstoppable champion, so here we're just gonna try to go for ads. Stun the champion. I'm actually just gonna throw this. Okay, looks like they can't pass that certain point. So I'm just gonna keep doing that, the Wither Horde spam. And if you really want to, you can throw on the floor so the Thrall don't push up in front of you like they're doing to me right now. That's gonna kill the champion right there. Now I'm gonna pick up that heavy. And that's why I recommend a linear fusion rifle, just because if you're using a rocket launcher, you might not have as much heavy dropping. It's literally just RNG based, unless you're using Lucent Finisher, where it kind of guarantees you some, but since I'm not using it, I'm just trying to do this based off of luck, and linear fusions have the higher chance, at least, of me saving more ammo. You can see if you just play it conservatively like I did, then you shouldn't have nothing to worry about. But I do want to tether. I just don't want to get shot mid-air when I tether. Waiting to heal a little bit. You can see they're just spawning a bunch of more ads. There's like no enemies over there. I was trying to lean it more towards the overloads. Just use my heavy. Oh god. Alright, that almost ended pretty bad, I'm not gonna lie. Here we got some more ads. Let's use Wither Horde. Take that to heal. Throw some of that there. That's also gonna help get rid of those duplicating ads. The boss actually went up to the overload champion now, so that's pretty annoying. Oh, great. Let's see if I can get that stun off again. There we go. Alright, so we got one overload champion, which is not bad at all. I'll actually take that. I'm actually gonna run away right now so I don't die. And this boss over here, man, he is so annoying. This is a void shield, I think. Oh, he's so low. That's gonna probably kill him. I guess not. How is that not hitting? There we go. So the boss is dead. And it looks like, okay, I thought that was another overload for whatever reason. So that's the last one. Okay, then I just could have used the heavy. This whole time I thought there was another one. So that's gonna do it for the Lost Sector. You can see not anything too crazy really, as long as you just take your time. And I got an exotic, so bless. But again, Master Lost Sectors, in my opinion, are not worth it. If you have a better setup, please let me know down in the comments below. I know the stasis effectiveness, if you use a stasis super, you might, do a little extra damage and stuff like that. But I'm just using Falcons to help me stay alive, and volatile rounds help with ad clear and stuff. So that's why I'm using this setup. But that's going to do it for the video. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, drop a follow on my Twitch, twitch.tv/MonkeyShame0. I'm live every day. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.